What's going on, everybody? What's going on, good people? How's everybody doing? How's everybody feeling? Well, we got a brother here that, quite frankly, it seems that he is really hard to get in touch with, all right, or hard to find out where he will be next. This brother is very knowledgeable when it comes to the body, health, foods, and today he's going to break down, talk a little bit about the genetic foods that are coming online if it's not already been online or already here. And he's going to break down the three big killers in the black community and how to deal with those. We're talking about none other than Dr. Scott Whitaker. This is a special report. Let's go.
As we go forward in this time of age, with all this madness we seeing every day, particularly on the corporate control media outlets, and they're pushing certain agendas, and of course at the same time they're pushing their agendas, they're also pushing to us genetic foods. And I can recall when Medisin first came out. I could probably count the amount of genetic foods on one hand that were on the market at that time, and that was in 2005.
Yeah.
So 2019 now, just around the corner, I can't count how many genetic foods now. You need 2 hands and 2 feet because there's so many of them now, and some of the big ones that's coming next year. It's one called the Arctic apple. Okay, and this is an apple that you're gonna be able to, you can cut it and slice it and dice it, and it'll never turn brown. It'll remain the same color it was when you cut it. Okay, they got a genetic salmon that's coming on the market now that grows from a little tadpole to 3 feet within 10 days. Okay, and most of your Atlantic salmon, you'll see salmon that's Atlantic salmon, that's all genetic. Okay. And so be careful when you're eating fish. It must be wild caught fish, particularly ocean fish with scales. And the big ones to avoid right now is tilapia. Okay, it's everywhere. Okay,
Tell it, bro.
and you don't even know where that came from. I ask people all the time, give me the origin. What origin of water did tilapia come from? No one can tell you because it's all genetically made. Okay, so the big three killers right now in our midst in our communities, of course, cancer, heart disease, and diabetes. I would say the big three. Okay, with kidney disease coming very quickly, number 4. That's why you see all these DaVita centers everywhere. What
My goodness.
I call the nigga machine. Okay, because that's what that 90% of the people on them is us. Okay, and so with top 3 diseases that we're seeing, cancer, diabetes, and heart disease, all relate to 3 mineral deficiencies. Okay, for heart disease, the top mineral that's missing in the body is magnesium. Okay, mostly all of us in here are magnesium deficient. Okay, because they don't put it in the foods anymore. Anything that's processed in a package, white flour, anything that's you see that's maybe be frozen, or bread products that have been broken down into refined products contain no magnesium at all. Okay, so your body is screaming for it and hollering for the magnesium, and the heart is suffering at the same time. Okay, you find anybody who's had a heart attack, when they do the autopsies, they find that there was no magnesium in the system. Okay, magnesium has over 300 functions in the body, and one of the main ones is making sure that that heart keeps beating, keeps giving the rhythmic beats. And anytime you see someone who may have heart disease where they have palpitations, low heart rate, high heart rate, all unbalanced, that's a magnesium deficiency. So magnesium, okay? We'll get into the supplements and stuff about that later. Cancer, Um, Throughout the soils of America, all the soils are depleted of selenium. Okay, and selenium is a mineral that is antiviral, antifungal, and kills cancer cells on contact. Okay, and they've taken all of that out of the food chain. That's why they give you seedless fruits. Okay, because the fruits contain, and the seeds of the fruit contain selenium. Okay, and also the cofactor B17. Okay, but the selenium is the key. Okay, well, we come from the dirt. The dirt is made from minerals, and that's what our bodies need is minerals. Vitamins don't even matter if you don't have minerals in your system. They don't even work. Okay, so we got cancer, heart disease, and now diabetes, number 3. All refined products, all sugar products, all deplete the body of the main mineral called chromium. Okay? You find anybody that's diabetic, I don't care if it's type 1 or type 2, you guarantee you they are chromium deficient. Okay? And what chromium does, it goes into the system, and then the pancreas releases insulin when you eat something sweet, and the chromium takes the insulin and puts it in the cell. And that lowers the blood sugar levels. That's what happens naturally. When there's no chromium present, the insulin goes out, and it goes out into the body, but it can't get into the cells. And that's when blood sugar goes up. And then they call it insulin resistance. You'll see people who eat a lot of carbs, a lot of vegans, vegetarians, eating a lot of carbohydrates, and they end up swelling and getting big. That's insulin resistance. They can no longer intake insulin from the body anymore because they have no more chromium in the system. So we just add chromium, magnesium, and selenium to our diets. We eliminate the top 3 diseases in our communities.
Hallelujah.
And that's, it sounds simple, and it is, but at the same time, difficult for the people to conceive it being that easy, because corporate control media has got a main
That's right.
hold on the people's minds, and everyone's looking for a quick turnaround. Give me a shot and a pill that they see on TV, advertising all these commercials and silly stuff that they do, and everyone wants to rush to it, and the body isn't like that. You've had a condition for 10, 15, 20 years, not going to be solved overnight. Minimum 90 days before any healing can even start when you start on these new programs of nutritional healing. 90 days, because every 90 days you get a new bloodstream. Okay? So if you're supplying the body with nutrients, and after those 90 days, you'll start seeing the healing will begin to kick in. Okay? So it's a process that's patience, consistency, meditation, prayer. All that has to go into it. You got to be around positive people, no negativity.
Hallelujah.
Okay, and that's basically the foundations of nutrition is the minerals. Okay,